Patrons, hello! It is a big day here at CamannWordsmith University. It is graduation day. Who or what is graduating? Captain Marvel, of course. As I'm sure all of you know by this point, we changed some things around back in January. And I'm not saying that we're not going to do poetry anymore. We are, but we're not going to do as much of it as we were before. And so it seemed weird to continue to call this series Joseph Reads Poems to a Puppy when we're not really doing that. And that, my friends, is where the graduation comes in, because it means Captain Marvel is no longer our poetry expert, but our expert in all things. Up this month, we have a character letter written for Nikki Chambers. It is the latest installment in the Marvel Emails series. In this one, Rocket and Groot are stopping by the Barton family farm just to chill. That is gonna get uncomfortable for everybody. So sit back with some kablooey and your favorite flavors, go find your jet skis, and let's get into this. I love hosting your friends. Yes, they're a collective mess intense enough to burn through vibranium, but they're also brilliant, selfless. You share a Quinjet with literal gods, Clint. Plus, those guys are like It's like a mini NaNoWriMo for me every time Peter and Steven end up at the same table. It's Peter Parker and Stephen Strange that we're talking about. And they're a positive influence on the kids, too. A man who spends his weekends laying floor tile and cooking them waffles in his pajamas. They'll understand in time. I didn't mean to destroy the mystique. Just because Clint is really good at waffle making does not mean that he isn't a master assassin and spy and archer. He's really good at those things, too. You can be all of those things. It's layers. I'm telling you all that to say this. Emperor Rocket seemed pleased, but we really should have had some of those little pizza bagels out. Everyone likes those. And all I could scrounge up for his adorable bodyguard was a sippy cup of Miracle Grow. But it turned out that Lila hadn't polished off all the Kool-Aid yet, thank God. He must have approved because he broke out into a dance move. We need to clarify that, because I know you didn't just invite yourself into my house and trick my wife into believing you're space royalty, because if that's what you did, buddy of mine, then a deluxe glitter arrow is going to collide with the back of your head before you can say Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I'm serious. You've got 30 seconds. Apologize to Laura, or you'll be scraping this stuff out of your fur for weeks. And don't hunt through my stuff. Nothing in there is for you. Buddy! Captain forgot what we were doing and assumed that the glitter was going to have to come out of her fur, and that was going to take weeks, and that freaked her out. And then Groot says, get this, I am Groot! And then obviously Clint is going to respond to Groot, and he says, I'm a trained spy and master assassin. You think I can't sense when someone's in my recliner? Tell him I said he better not touch the thermostat. Human dads that get really upset if somebody changes the thermostat or even like looks at the thermostat, or I don't know why. Rocket responds because, he's going to, right? He has to. That's his whole thing. And you don't need to worry. Why would I mess with the thermostat when your vinyl collection is right here? That's a power move. If you can't go for the thermostat, you go for the vinyl. Rocket is savage, man. I'm sure that's not exactly weird for either of us, but I'm a space raccoon with genius-level intellect, you're a spy with perfect aim, and Gene Simmons is Gene Simmons. I feel like this would have more of an impact if you were more familiar with Gene Simmons. Stick your tongue out. What do you put in? What do you leave out? How much detail is enough And you know, pal, sometimes I don't think you value my discretion as much as you could. It's taking every ounce of self-control I have not to write the best Yelp review everyone has... Are you eating dirt? But the last time I ruffled Fury's feathers, he tied me to a chair and spat his "there was an idea" speech at me for the entire afternoon. Okay, two possible explanations here. Captain Marvel is a captain, which, while impressive, an emperor outranks that quite a bit. Perhaps she worried that word would get back to Rocket and she would be punished for insubordination. Or, being the freedom-loving, independent person that she is, she realized that Emperor Rocket is in this game strictly for personal, selfish reasons and would chafe under his rule. Captain is not a person who likes to chafe under rules. As always, thank you, CamannWordsmith patrons, for making this series possible. We will see you next time. If Rocket happens to drop by, don't let him in. Let Groot in, though.